Hello. Welcome back. Or not. Maybe you're new. If you're new, yeah, you can please watch the very first video so you can see some actual pretty, kind of pretty visuals. This video, like the previous two, is going to be mostly black backgrounds and debug boxes, so not super exciting visually. Maybe you will find the information interesting. But yeah, in any case, you can watch the first one to at least get some context and actually understand what I'm talking about, because if not, you're going to be very confused. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about mostly server related stuff, like networking related stuff. Last time we talked about a bunch of generation bits, and I showed you the region, so I'm kind of subdividing the chunks of the map in the several regions, so you can see that the regions are quite big. But I'm going to talk about a different kind of grouping, and I call them map groups, but really they are replication groups right now. I might use them in the future for something else. So if I debug groups now, groups, and enable, so you can see the groups are actually much smaller. And just to give you a little bit of history, at first I used the chunk regions for replication. So, but it's better to have smaller groups. But yeah, I guess it's super confusing because I didn't explain well what I'm talking about. So replication groups. So I'm using Iris, which is the newish replication system in Unreal Engine 5. And one of the features of Iris is replication groups. So for filtering relevancy of actors. So in the default Unreal Engine networking system, you have you can like override functions like isNet relevant for, or you can curl by distance, blah blah blah, to only replicate. So the server only replicates actors around the players instead of having to go through all actors of the level, which would be too expensive. And so Iris groups, replication groups, so you can create groups, and by default you can put objects in groups, and by default all players' connections will not replicate element in this group. So by default, if you just create a group and put like a cube actor in the group, none of the players are going to get this cube replicated. What you need to do, you need to selectively add the player connection to this group so they can get this cube actor. And so I'm using groups this way. So as a spatial subdivision. So any actor that's going to be in this blue map group is going to be replicated to the players that are in this same map group. So it's a quick way to filter out object, because all the objects that are outside of this group will not get replicated. It's a little bit more complex than that, but that's the general idea. I mean, right now I'm only one player, so it doesn't matter, but I'm going to show you how it works. So first I'm going to enable something. I'm going to spawn a lot of actors on the map and just make this stupid loop, and you're going to see, actually I should disable something, sorry. Quick, don't worry about what I'm doing right now, it's secret. Oh, where is it? Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to, as you'll see very soon, I'm just going to spawn a bunch of actors. It's very stupid. Yeah, so as you can see now, all these actors are replicated. So I want to replicate all of this. Obviously, as you can see, it's a problem if you need to replicate all the actors to all clients like that. I'm going to stop the chunks because it's distracting. Okay. And yes, and even some of them are moving, as you can see, so it's even worse. So now you can see, I'm also going to disable the regions because I don't need the regions anymore. Yeah, so now all the hopefully you can see the boxes, the groups. So basically, if this player is inside this map group, I only want this player to know about these actors in here, these ones. Actually, what I'm actually doing is I'm using one extra group. So actually, the player is going to know about all of these. So the player knows about the group he's in and one extra group around. So it's just to prevent from having surprises, and if the system is struggling right now, it's just like an extra buffer basically of groups around the player. So right now you can't see anything because I'm not a client, but if I switch to client now, and it's going to take a bit of time to launch, and now I'm a client and I'm jumping on a map right now, and soon I'm going to get replication going on, I hope. Yes, so now, so this is my, no, I can't, no, sorry, yeah, I can't see the groups on the client, they only exist on the server, but as you can see, I'm not getting replication for all the actors, I'm only getting replication for the actors that are in my area. And so if I move, as you can see, right now I'm moving forward, and as you can see, the server is updating the replication, and slowly it's going to remove behind me. I have implemented a timer, so the replication doesn't stop as soon as the player moves from one group to the other. I have a small delay in case, that if the player is at the edge of between two groups, I don't want to have to remove and add the same group back and forth like in a short time span. So I have just implemented the delay. So if the player moves backwards and back into its group, it's not removing it immediately. It's waiting a bit in case the player changes his mind and backtracks. So that's basically it. Actually, I should probably show you with the listen server, so I can actually show you what's going on. So I'm launching the client in the background, but yes. So on the left you have the server, the listen server. I'm here, and soon I'm going to see the client jump. So now the client is here. Oh, I should stop the client from debugging at all. And so I just need to move once. Okay, so the blue box that you see are the groups this client is in. And as I move around, as you can see, so the red ones are the ones that are waiting for removal. As I was saying, I have a timer, and then it's going to remove them at some point eventually. Yes. So now the client is stopped replicating that. And as I was saying, if the client changes mind, they can just move back, and it's fine. It's not going to remove them anymore. Yeah, that's it. I should probably have shown you it from the beginning. It's, I guess, clearer. And so, yeah, so with that out of the way, I need to touch about something else. Is that I briefly mentioned it in the previous video about the generator subsystem, but the goal with this project is to allow a server, for example, or even just a local game, to manage multiple maps at once. So you could have a player in one map and another player in a different map at the same time, and so it's actually relatively complex to manage because with Unreal Engine you can't have multiple sessions at the same time. So you can just open one level basically. So for this first test, I'm just going to show you when both players are on the same map. So in this case, on the left I have the listen server. We're going to pretend it's a client. It doesn't matter for this specific example. But yeah, so I jumped on the map, the default map. Right now I'm managing map with names, and yeah, so I keep the same name. So this means that if the client jumps, it's going to be on the same map. So right now you can see both are on the same map. They can see each other. On the right, I mean the color is different on the clients, but if you keep looking on the right, and if I move my listen server, you can see that it's replicating. So they can both see each other, and I can move from the server, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so now we're going to do this again, but I'm going to change the name of the map. So the server is still going to jump to the same map. So it's going to be the same thing on the left, but the client, I'm going to make it jump on a different map. So I'm going to just change the name. And so what's going to happen is that the player on the left is not going to see anything. So now if I just change blah blah blah, I'm just typing random stuff and just press jump. Let's go. Yeah. So now the client on the right is on a different map, and if I see in here, I can't see anyone. I can't see anything. And as well, so you just have to trust me with that, but these actors are replicated. And if I move this one, for example, or I move this one, I can't see on the client, I can't see anything moving. So they're really on different maps. Right now the configuration is the same, so they both get like random spheres spawned for no reason. But yeah, they're on different maps. I'm just going to show you again to prove that this works. It's on the same level, so you have to manage this on the same level. So you just have to manage replication and visibility on different maps. And then I'm going to talk about the listen server, because the listen server is super annoying. Because the listen server, first, let's just, so I jumped on, now I'm going to jump on the same map again, just to show you that it's actually working. So now if I move, for example, this actor, you should see, yeah, on the client, you can see the white sphere moving around. It's super jerky, but jerky movement, but you can see, so now you can see that they are actually on the same map. And so yes, I was saying about the listen server. The listen server is tricky because the listen server doesn't replicate stuff, because the listen server is the server, and the server doesn't replicate actor to itself. It's just, the replication is only for clients. So that means that you can't use replication to hide stuff from the listen server. The listen server will see everything all at once. So if you have like client 1 on a map 1, and you have your listen servers in map 2, the listen server would see both map 1 and map 2 at the same time. So they might see like actors over each other that should not be here, basically. They would see like 2 maps at the same time, which would be quite confusing, I think. So yeah, so for the listen server, you have to manage the visibility yourself. And in my case, for this project, it's fine, because I don't plan on using like most of the built-in Unreal Engine systems, like for example physics and stuff, traces. I'm not going to use that, so I don't care if actually like on the server 2 actors are overlapping each other. If they're on different map, all the system are going to only care about the map they are in. So for me it's fine. And for the visual experience of the listen host, the player itself, I just need to manage the visibility, so it's fine. Talking about visibility, not necessarily about replication. I should probably show you. So as you can see, no, okay, let's try again. So I'm just going to disable an option on the actor. And so as I was showing at the very beginning, I'm spawning actors on the whole map. So as you can see, yes, so all these actors are here, but obviously when you're the player in here, you only want to see the actors that are on the chunks that are visible, obviously. So for that, I just made a quick way to listen to chunks updates. So basically, every chunk can propagate a delegate, and the actors listen to this delegate, the chunk they are in. So when the chunk is visible, the actor is visible. When the chunk is not, the actor just hides itself. So as you can see, it's working like that. So as chunks get visible, so the actors that are on those chunks. So it's pretty simple. One drawback with that is that for example, these actors are quite big, but it could be even bigger. For example, if I just scale this one, if I just scale this one 10 times, or maybe that was too much. Sorry, 10 times, not 1,000. So as you can see now, this actor. If I move this actor, you can see, okay, I should show you with a smaller one. So this actor also, like when you move, they are going to get invisible if they go out of the range of the player. So as you can see, if I move this one, it's getting hidden way too soon because it's actually only caring about the position. So the position itself is here. So as soon as you go out of the chunk, it's getting hidden. But the actor itself has bigger bounds, right? So what you actually want is, in some cases, for very big actors, I have added an option to do that. So if I instead, so now I've just made the sphere on the left use the actor bounds, but I can't see it yet because I need to debug it. Yeah, so now if I go back, yes. So now this particular sphere is using actor bounds, and as you can see, the bounds, the green boxes are the chunks that this actor is overlapping with, basically. And so if I move it around, it's going to update. And so now if I scale this one, whoops. Now if I scale this one, it's going to be much. I mean, the debug is going to no, maybe, yeah, it's too much. Yes. Okay. So now the debug is going crazy and the frame rate is super slow. But anyway, now if I move this, as you can see, it's not getting hidden until the last overlapping chunk is out of range. And you know, it's working with non-uniform scales as well. So for example, if you have this and with rotation as well, if you have this, it's still going to work. So you just need to, I mean, it's still in range of the, and then as soon as the green boxes are leaving the visual range, the actor becomes invisible. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for that. So it's important. So the visibility, it has nothing to do with networking at the first case, but it was in the, I'm using kind of the same system to hide stuff from players as well. So yeah, it's I think it's a nice little system. And yeah, any actor would work. So it's just scrapping the actors automatically, and wherever they are, it's just going to depend on the player view, the local player view. Obviously, the server doesn't care about that. This is only happening on local clients, so the listen host or the clients or the standalone player, obviously. But yeah, the it's only cosmetic, so the server doesn't even register that. It doesn't care about it. All right, that was a lot of stuff for this video. I don't know how long it's going to be, but yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time.